Yeah, so we have 10 questions that we started, and this tag is called the Mommy Daddy tag. So we're going to go through the questions, and you answer, and then you allow your spouse to answer the questions. And if you're a single parent, definitely just do it by yourself. It'll be fun. And we have our little one here, but it's a Mommy Daddy tag, so should be good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the first question is, how many children did you want before you became a parent?
I haven't even thought of any, or the answer to any of these questions.
Me too. I mean, me neither.
But I believe that I wanted the minimum of 2. I think 4 was a good number for me.
Really?
Yeah. 2 boys and 2 girls, I think, is kind of...
I wanted 8. When I was very young, I said I wanted 8 kids. And then I got a little older, in like my early 20s, and I said, okay, maybe 6 will be good. And it's funny because everyone was like, 8 kids, you're crazy. And that just made me want that many kids even more. I'm like, you don't tell me I can't do something I want to do. And obviously I was nowhere near being even married, much less in a relationship, so.
I just saw, mine was driven from, I think just because I had some fun with my sisters, but also my cousins, and also seeing families with large number of kids and how much, and they're just really loving families that had big families that seemed to have had a lot of fun, so.
Yeah, and I was the only child. I have a huge family. My mom has 3 brothers and 5 sisters, and so they all have kids, so we just have a huge family, but I was my mom's only child. My dad had kids, but I was not raised with them, so I think I was just really lonely, and I wanted a big family, and I didn't want my kids to have to go through that single child syndrome, or what do you call it? Only child.
Mm-hmm.
So I said 8, and then I said 6, and then when Jared and I got married, we were in no hurry to start having babies. We were married for 6 years before we had Oliver.
Yeah.
By that time, we were older, and I said, okay, maybe just a couple. Like 2 or 3 I was cool with. Okay, next question. Has that number changed for you now that you're a parent? How much did you say? 2?
No, because I still want 2, and I think I still would like, ideally, to have 4.
Yeah. And that changed for me because I want 4 kids now. Mainly because he says 4 and I'm like willing to do it. Third question. How many kids do you have? What are their names and ages? So right now we have 2. One's in my belly and is due in April of 2014. And Oliver's the one that's making all the racket that you hear, and he's 13 months. So we had these babies close together. And we don't have this one in my belly named yet, so if you have any suggestions, comment down below because we're having a hard time with names.
But we want old classic names, like similar to Oliver.
Yeah.
Oliver. And it's a boy, it'll be a boy.
Oliver Franklin Middleton is his name. Yeah, I'm talking about you. What was that? Question number 4. What, no.
3. Oh, wait.
We just did 3.
Oh, yeah.
Were your children planned or a surprise?
Planned surprise.
Right. But I still have a hard time saying that this was a surprise.
Well, we weren't trying for him like he was. So we wanted more kids after him. We just weren't trying in the same way. We weren't not trying though either.
Yeah, we weren't not trying, but we really tried with him. We planned it, we scheduled it. This one we were just having a good time, and it happened. Number 5. How did you announce your pregnancy?
A lot of people do it really try to find a really creative way. I don't think that we have tried to find creative ways to inform people.
We just called everybody both times, right?
Yeah.
We waited a few weeks, and then we just. Most of my family's in California, and we live in Washington State, so I had to call my family and let them know over the phone.
Yeah, so it's tougher when we have a family out of state. But then also, I think I'm not very, that tastes good. I'm not I'm not one to really be.
We're very untraditional as a couple. Even our wedding was like that. We didn't do this big old thing. We just.
But you like to do those same things. I'm not. I don't. It doesn't. I don't.
I think it's cool when people do that though, when they like do the cake with the different filling or something cute like that. And I always thought that was cute. I just didn't want to put the effort into it. I'm like, just tell everybody. It's exciting enough. Number 6. What's the most challenging?
Oh well, I guess kind of to go with that one would be fun. Did you want to know what your child was, right?
Oh yeah. Did you find out?
Or did you want to find out what the sex was?
And we did want to find out.
Yeah.
With both of them.
Yeah,
And
I did. You said you didn't care.
I always said I didn't want to. And then once we got pregnant, and he said he wants to know, and then I started thinking about it. I was like, there's no way I could wait 9 months and not know. I had to know. So I changed my mind. Number 6. What's the most challenging / rewarding part of parenting for you? So what's the most challenging thing for you?
Really being away from him as often as I am, because I know how challenging it can be to parent just in general, but just to be away from him and seeing all the one-on-one time that you get with him, or just the time that you get with him. But, whether it's you've got 2 kids or 4 kids or 1 kid, but I mean. It feels good to be out there providing and making a living so that way you can be home with them. That's what I want, but it's still tough when I come home and I see the excitement. That's,
When he's so excited to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He loves when Daddy comes home. It's a very special time around here. The most challenging thing for me would be breastfeeding. It's been a beautiful experience, but sometimes it is challenging. It gets hard. Sometimes I feel like giving up. Sometimes I feel like crying. Sometimes it's painful. So I would say that's challenging. And what's the most rewarding for you?
The most rewarding would be just being able to hang out with them.
Quality time. The most rewarding.
And changing his diapers.
He lied. I don't want to get emotional, but it took a long time for us to have Oliver. We tried for how long?
A year.
Yeah. We tried, and just having him is rewarding. Just being a mother is just, I don't know how to single in on one thing. It's just like every single day I'm like, thank you God for giving me like the biggest blessing I could ever ask for. I wanted to be a mom for so long, but it wasn't until I actually became a mom that I realized how incredibly amazing it is. So just being able to be a mom is just super rewarding. Now that I'm sat. Question number 7. What advice would you give to new parents? So if there's one thing of advice that you can give to new parents, what would it be?
Just, I think the biggest thing that everybody, including me, can instill is patience. Obviously, it can really stretch out thin when dealing with a child.
That's a good one.
Just because it helps with situations that are out of your control, and also that, when a child is acting out of line, or you're dealing with a child, I think the more patience you have, the more the greater ability you have of dealing with tough situations.
And I hadn't thought about that question until now. I would have to agree with him because we are new parents. We're still learning every day. We're never going to be perfect. So that's one thing that I did learn early on. Like, Oliver loves to get into the dog food, and I would get so agitated or frustrated because he just doesn't listen. He doesn't leave it alone. He doesn't let it go. And Ollie, one day I was just like, why am I getting so upset? He's just a baby. Like, who cares? He's getting in the dog food. I'm just gonna move it. And I started taking every day of our relationship and every day of our lives like that. Like, he's just a kid. We're learning together. Like, it's fine. You know, he's going to make messes. He's going to throw stuff. He's going to
hit the camera while we're trying to record.
get into the toilet. He threw one of his books in the toilet the other day.
Try to grab his poop as you're changing the diaper. And you have to bathe him.
Yeah, just patience. Just take a breath and give it another shot, because there's no point or reason to get upset or angry, because they're just so precious and little. Did you totally pooped, didn't you? Did you smell that?
Yeah.
Number 8, is mommy daddy time important to you? And we're not talking about sexy time. That's a little too personal. Like quality time, alone time, date night. And if it is important to you, what do you do? Is it important to you?
I don't know. I think how important it is, but only because I'm sure it is. Yeah, it is important. It is important. Yes.
I think it is important, but for us, we work opposite schedules. So he's at work all day, and I'm at home with Oliver. And then when I go to work, so I'm part-time, I work nights and weekends. So we rarely get a family night together, because if he gets home so late, he's exhausted, he goes to sleep. So for me, I don't want to get a babysitter to go on a date night or something. I want to be together, us 3 as a family, and do things together. We both love to be around him, so we like to go eat, you know, at restaurants together or shopping together. We love to do things us 3 together. I think that if
But it is still important.
it is. I think you do need to make time for that. It's just harder for me because I don't get all 3 of us together often. So when I do have that, I'd rather do that than go on a date with my husband. And then all we do is talk about him, and we're just missing him like crazy. So I think we need to work it into making it more important, especially with this baby. But right now, I'm cool with the way it is. Go.
No,
No, that was number 8.
No, but did we answer what we do?
Oh, what do we do? We don't really do any. What do we do?
Spend it with him, or we have gone on one date. It was at his 6-month birthday, or roughly around his 6th month. We had gone to a movie and a dinner.
Yeah, so we've been on one date since we've had him. He's 13. But I don't mind it. I don't feel like I'm neglected. Do you feel like...
I don't mind it. I'd like to, though. If we could afford it financially and have the time set aside, I think I would like it.
Like what? Dinner and a movie?
I'm always up for that type of thing, yeah. Or something else more original or fun, but yeah.
Okay. Things that you wish to be better at as a parent, or things that you feel like you can work on as a parent?
I think it's cliche and it's just kind of, I know it's silly, but just being a better role model, like really being cognizant of everything I say and do in front of my son, or even away from my son, so that way it becomes a habit. Because that's all I ever wanted prior to having a child, was being the best father I could be and starting a new legacy and a new generation of ethics and morals, and just kind of just the way I'm raising my child. You know, we all want to be the best parent possible, so in that, however that looks to ourselves individually. So it's just being more cognizant of how I act and talk and be with my son. That way I don't have regrets growing up, because, you know, we're always going to have them. But, you know, I hear my dad, my father, who talks about the regrets he has, so I don't want those same regrets, and try to eliminate the amount of regrets I have as far as ways I had raised them.
I agree with that. I think I would like to be and work on being a better role model for him and watching everything that I say and do around him. Okay, number 10, last question. Do you want to come sit with us for the last question? You're going to knock that tripod over. Come here. Come sit right here with Mom and Dad.
What is it?
Will you at your car?
The micro machine?
Ooh, switchies. Number 10, what's your favorite family activity? What do you and your family like to do for fun? I just like to play with him. I just love when all 3 of us can just play together.
Play
like
or
last
just go
night.
out and about. I think just like you said, not to cut you off, but yeah, just being around each other is the best thing because we, with the way our schedule is and the way how hectic things are, and can be, just time with all three of us as a family. We usually find it to be fun.
Yeah, outings especially, because I love to see him, watch him discover new things or be in a new place for the first time and how he reacts to things. And he's doing this new thing where he points at everything. He sticks his little finger out and points. So it's just cute for us to watch him. So yeah, we went on a family outing today. That was fun.
We've got, in fact, she's got some good vlogs of hiking and stuff, and I would like to do that a lot more of that. Taking hiking trips and stuff.
Once the weather gets better.
Yeah.
Okay. All the vloggers that we watch have babies or newer parents. So I would love to see them answer these questions. Yeah. Okay, thanks so much. Have
Thank
a
you
great
guys.
day. Bye.
Bye.